Alright, so we're installing a windshield on the CF Moto today. This is the factory top that has the jagged lip on it, so we kind of had to do some custom designing onto it because of this. We made this additional top section, so when you order your windshield, you'd actually have 3 pieces on this particular roof style. You're going to have your windshield chip like this. This piece is going to be hooked into here, attached onto there with plastic and such, and then your installation instructions. What we're going to do first is we're going to install this top section. We know this windshield fits, so I'm just going to go ahead and tear this off. If you don't like how this windshield functions, don't tear this off, because you just bought it. I know it fits because it's this bike, so it's going to fit. That's not a problem. So if for some reason you don't like the functionality of that, do not peel this plastic off. You're going to take this piece. I'm just going to have to kind of angle it, kind of wedge it up into there a little bit like that. There we go. Slide into place like that. So this piece is just going to go up here, protect this top section, keeping, there's a hole drilled into this top piece. It's actually a hole that's drilled for making it. So what we're going to do here is there's 2 brackets that are on the top, but there's 2 holes around the top of that. We grab 2 of our clamps, and in our installation stuff we have 2 bolts that are longer. We're going to grab those 2 bolts, 2 nuts and lock washers. And like I say, you're just finger tightening that. That's all we want to do right there. Also allows you to center the windshield if you just keep them loose. Put this guy on. The tools you'll need is a 7/16 inch wrench and a screwdriver, and a Phillips head screwdriver to put this in. We're going to peel this plastic back just past these holes. Keeps it out of the way, but it also reduces your fingerprints and such on it while you're installing it, moving it around. You know, this back side's a little better. Set that guy. This bottom one, if you have these mirrors on, is a little tricky to put on. We had to change that hole for those mirrors, so we had to move it right down there to the bottom. But so it is a little trickier. The other side, the exact same thing. Okay, since this is first one of these we've done with this new mirror on it, what we're going to do is, so your bottom clamps will actually have a 1-inch bolt. They'll have the longer bolt like the top section, because it's going to make it easier, because you're really kind of pinching in a really tight spot right there. So. And before we get too carried away tightening them, grab our 7/16 inch wrench, because we want to, this needs to go down a little bit. That clamp is going to sit right down against that plastic right there. So that guy is pressed down nice and firm. Now, when you got it pressed down firm, you put your wrench on there. And I kind of give a little outward push to it, because it just helps kind of keep the windshield tight. Put some outward pressure on that. Okay. Okay, so now we've got the sides all set on. What we want to do is just adjust this top lip up a little bit so that we're just barely clearing it when we come down. And that looks pretty right there. So I'm going to go ahead and snug this side down. Just I like it like that. You can make it a little looser by pushing it up, making it a little tighter. There's not a ton of room of movement in it. It's kind of designed to fit where it's supposed to fit. Kind of a little particular. Okay, so now that we've got this top all set, everything's working good here, what we're going to do, peel off our plastic, get it out of the way. And this is a, okay, here's a great example. Actually, this occasionally will happen when you're heating the product and you go to, sometimes when we see this when cleaning it, sometimes we don't see it, where there's a little bit of the film or the glue when we heat plastic as we put it back on to protect it and such. There's sometimes a little film there. I'm going to show you how to clean that up in a minute. You can use this. This is Novus one. It's awesome. It works fantastic. And you can just spritz a little bit of this. This is really an anti-static product, so just spritz a little bit of that on there. Take your cloth. Just kind of rub across there. And truthfully, soap and water is probably as good, if not even better, to remove this stuff. A little soap and water is one of the best cleaners for these. All right. So we're back to install that. So that's how we're going to do that. That's going to click up into there like that. We're going to use our Velcro straps that were on our pattern, which makes us really irritating. So we take our Velcro straps, smooth side facing us, clip to the top, slide that in there, secures that down. Same thing on the top, slide that together. And this is how we're going to have our windshield when it's cold, it's rainy, it's those kind of things. We're going to have our windshield in the up position. So when we're when we're riding around, this is the position we want to have the windshield in. Protects you from the water, the rain, and all that kind of stuff. Keeps you nice and dry. But then the advantage to our windshields is two different things. One, if this windshield gets dirty, or it gets hot, dusty, or most importantly, if you're when you're towing your UTV, if it's in an open trailer, windshield must be tilted in the down position. So whether it's you're going to drive home, you're going to be it's warm and you want to tilt down, we're going to tilt this windshield down right like that. And I'm going to grab these straps out. What we're going to do, I'm going to put this back up so you can see this really easy. There's a slot right through here in the windshield. Put this strap through. And you're going to kind of wrap that strap down and around the underside if you've got those particular mirrors. It's gonna, if you don't have those mirrors, then it'll just come nice and straight across. But if you've got the mirrors, it's going to slope just a little bit to the side. Smooth side facing us. When we go to put it in, smooth side facing us, our little clip it out to the front. Put that through there like that. That's our start position. And we're going to take this strap out, and again, since the windshield's in a different position now, we want the smooth side facing us again. And we're just going to take this little strap underneath, we're going to pull it up, and what we're really going to do is we're going to pull this guy right here. We're not going to get too tight, we're going to pull him around like that. Just snug him down around like that for right now. That's all we want to do. We're not towing it right now, we're going to be putting bumpers on here. So just slip that around like that for right now. And then in our pack, we have 4 bumpers. And where we want to put our bumpers is we want to put our bumpers right here in the very center part of it, and then we're going to put them over here to the side to protect anything that may hit over there. It's kind of high off the body there. It actually just hits right here in the front, so we kind of just want to go right off the center a little bit here. And that's why I say don't get your clamps down, your straps down too tight at this moment. Put that guy in there. The other guy right on the other side of it. Like that. And we're going to hit right here first. So we're going to put it right here on this outside edge, right there. You can kind of push the windshield down like as if it were to hit the body. Where would it be hitting? It's like that. So if it were to hit, it would hit. Okay. Now what we're going to do is take this strap. I didn't do a very good job over here. We want to hold this little guy right here. You can just hold him out. Just hold him out. Wrap that one around there nice and tight. And then come down and just second tack that one on right there. So that guy's just held on, so we've got a nice 2-point fixation on there. We're going to do the exact same thing over on this side. So we're going to pull, just going to get this little guy out of our way. And we're going to pull this one nice and snug down to the body. And then we're going to tuck that one underneath there. And now this is our tow position. This is how we're going to tow down the road. It secures this when we're towing down the road. It secures this when we're in the half position. Our windshield's not moving. This windshield's set and stationary, very solid. This piece obviously stays in place. When you go to tilt it up, and there's a hole here, and there's a little strap. There's a little clamp that we have. Right now, this is our first windshield, and so I'm basically going to be doing this with like a little zip tie right now. I will have a little clamp that goes between this windshield and this windshield to be your center support. Kind of attach it to here and attach it to here, just makes it more rigid, so we'll add that onto it. And it'll be included in your package. This is how you go, and this is how you would use your UTV when you're wanting to wash it off. This is the perfect place to wash it off. Tilt your windshield down, rinse it off with water, dry it off with a microfiber cloth. If you want, you can add the Novus 1 to it to spritz over the top after you've washed it off and dry it off with another cloth. That helps reduce your static electricity and give you a better, it keeps your windshield cleaner longer. We appreciate your business. If after watching this video you have any other questions, please feel free to give us a call. Thanks.